François Charles Amand Fillon is a French politician who served as Prime Minister of France from 2007 to 2012 under President Nicolas Sarkozy. He is the current nominee of the Republicans, previously known as the Union for a Popular Movement, the country's largest center-right political party. For the 2017 presidential election, Fillon became Jean-Pierre Raffarin's Minister of Labour in 2002 and undertook controversial reforms of the 35-hour working week law and of the French retirement system. In 2004, as Minister of National Education, he proposed the much-debated Fillon Law on Education. In 2005, Fillon was elected senator for the Sarthe Département. His role as a political advisor in Nicolas Sarkozy's successful race for president led to his becoming prime minister in 2007. Fillon resigned upon Sarkozy's defeat by François Hollande in the 2012 presidential elections. Running on a platform described as conservative, Fillon entered the 2016 Republican presidential primary. He seemed a likely third as late as a week before the first round of voting, held on the 20th of November. He finally placed first in the first round, defeating Alain Juppé in the primary runoff a week later. Following his victory in the primary, opinion polls showed Fillon as one of the front-runners for the 2017 presidential election along with Marine Le Pen, FN, and Emmanuel Macron, M. In March 2017, François Fillon became one of the first candidates of the most important French party to be formally charged in a widening embezzlement investigation, due to allegations that he had paid his wife and children hundreds of thousands of euros from the public payroll for little or no work during the presidential race. Nevertheless, he decided not to resign. Early life. Fillon was born on the 4th of March 1954 in Le Mans, Sarthe, France. His father is a civil law notary, while his mother, Anne Sololette Fillon, is a celebrated historian of Basque descent. Fillon received a baccalaureate in 1972. He then studied at the University of Maine in Le Mans, where he received a master's degree in public law in 1976. He subsequently received a Master of Advanced Studies, Diplôme d'études approfondies, in public law from Paris Descartes University. Political career. February to May 2012. He assumed the functions of the Minister of Ecology, Sustainable Development, Transport and Housing, after the resignation of Nathalie Kosciusko-Morizet, who became spokeswoman of Nicolas Sarkozy's presidential campaign. Member of the National Assembly of France for Sarthe, 1981-1993, became minister in 1993, 1997, 2002, became minister in 2002, re-elected in 2007, but he became prime minister, elected in 1981, re-elected in 1986, 1988, 1993, 1997, 2002, 2007, Senator of the Sarthe, 2005, 2007, became Prime Minister in 2007, and he appears again as a member of the National Assembly of France in June 2007, elected in 2004, remained as minister, re-elected in 2005, Regional Councillor of Pays de la Loire, 1998, 2007, resignation, re-elected in 2004, elected in Sarthe constituency, General Councillor of the Sarthe, elected in the canton of Sablé-sur-Sarthe, 1981, 1998, re-elected in 1985, 1992, President of the Communauté de Communes of Sablé-sur-Sarthe, 2001 to 2012, resignation, re-elected in 2008. Prime Minister. The day after Nicolas Sarkozy became president, he appointed Fillon as Prime Minister of France, charging him with the task of forming a new cabinet, which was announced on the 18th of May 2007. Following the defeat of Nicolas Sarkozy to François Hollande in the 2012 presidential election, Fillon resigned on the 10th of May. Following the inauguration of Hollande as president on the 15th of May 2012, Jean-Marc Ayrault, mayor of Nantes, was appointed to succeed Fillon as prime minister. Presidential election. Aiming at building consensus within the diverging views at the after François Hollande's victory in the French presidential elections in 2012, Fillon declared his candidacy to become the president of the party. On the day of the vote, both candidates, Fillon and Jean-François Copé, claimed victory and accused the other of cheating. This led to a major political crisis within the party, with votes being recounted twice and Copé finally being declared winner. Fillon threatened to split from unless new elections were organized. In December 2012, Copé agreed to organizing elections in 2013, thus putting an end to the crisis. Presidential bid. Fillon entered the 2016 Republican presidential primary, held on the 20th of November 2016, and seemed a likely third as late as a week before the vote. As of November 2016, Fillon is seen as the frontrunner for the presidency against the socialist candidate Benoît Hamon, Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen. However, a series of revelations of political scandals at the end of January shattered his presidential bid, being outed of the second round behind Marine Le Pen and Emmanuel Macron in polls. Fillon's visits on the ground then attracted far-left protesters to destabilize his campaign. The news provoked consternation in Germany, where Fillon was seen as a serious and trusted candidate. Political positions. Economy, budget, and taxation. Fillon has been described as a reformist liberal. For many observers, this tax would be offset by the creation of a top slice of income tax at 50%, which would be included in the CSG. As a presidential candidate, Fillon aims to reduce the public sector and cut 500,000 civil service jobs. He says in 2016 that he wants the state healthcare program, Sécurité Sociale, to work better with fewer payments. Fillon is in favor of increasing the retirement age to 65. Domestic policy. As member of the National Assembly, Fillon voted against the equalization of the age of consent for homosexual relations in 1982, against civil solidarity pacts in 1999, and against the legalization of same-sex marriage in 2013. Foreign policy. Fillon is an advocate of cracking down on Salafism and Muslim Brotherhood-linked groups. Personal life. Fillon lives with his wife, Penelope, and 5 children, Marie, Charles, Antoine, Edouard and Arnaud, in the 12th-century manoir de Beausset, set in 20 acres of woodland on the banks of the river Sarthe 4 kilometers east of the monastery village of Solsmes, near Sablé-sur-Sarthe, and about halfway between Le Mans and Angers. Mr. and Mrs. Fillon had lived in various other properties, always in the Sarthe, throughout their marriage, before buying Beausset in 1993. Fillon has a reputation as an Anglophile. François Fillon has spoken at a wide variety of universities in Britain, notably King's College London and the London School of Economics. Fillon's younger brother, Pierre, an ophthalmic specialist, and now president of the Automobile Club de l'Ouest, later married Penelope Fillon's younger sister, Jane. Fictitious employment affair. In January 2017, Le Canard Enchaîné Acute published an article in which Penelope Fillon was accused of alleged fictitious employment as her husband's assistant parlementaire for a total salary of 500,000 over 8 years on the one hand, and as a literary advisor of Revue des Deux Mondes on the other. with a monthly salary of $5,000, amounting to a total of another $100,000. On the 31st of January, new reporting by Le Canard Enchaîné Acute found that Penelope Fillon was actually paid $300,000 more than previously reported, for a total sum of $831,440 for 15 years of her parliamentary assistant work. On the 6th of February 2017, Fillon held a press conference. He said, "It was a mistake and I apologize to the French." On the 3rd of March 2017, the OCLCIFF Central Office for the Fight Against Corruption and Financial and Fiscal Crime executed a search at the Château de Beausset, FR, where François and Penelope Fillon reside in the Sarthe Département. On the 6th of March 2017, the inner circle of Fillon's party had a crisis meeting. Beforehand, Alain Juppé had definitively excluded becoming a replacement candidate. Fillon continues his candidacy. On March 23, Fillon said on national television that Bienvenue Place Beauve, a book co-authored by Didier Hassou of Le Canard Enchaîné Acute, suggested President François Hollande ran a shadow cabinet to spread rumors about his opponents. 2F Conseil Affaire. In its edition of the 22nd of March 2017, satirical weekly Le Canard Enchaîné Acute reported that Fillon introduced a Lebanese billionaire to Russian President Vladimir Putin at a business forum in St. Petersburg in 2015 as part of a $50,000 contract for Fillon's consulting firm 2F Conseil. Le Mans race. Having lived all his life in the Le Mans area and represented it politically, Fillon is an enthusiastic supporter of the city's famous 24-hour sports car race, which he has attended nearly every year since he was a small child. He is a member of the Automobile Club de l'Ouest, which stages the event, and is on the race's organization committee. He has also competed in the Le Mans Legend historic sports car races on the full 24-hour circuit, and in a number of other classic road rallies. Awards and honors.